I am so grateful that you are watching this video. I am intending to leave you more optimistic, more hopeful, and more empowered than when you clicked play. Okay, so my name is Whitney Freya. I have been teaching a sacred and personal painting practice that has nothing to do with painting a pretty picture, who has talent, what a good painting is, dot, dot, dot. It is all about accessing the present moment, our highest perspective, and aligning with your creative frequency. How many times have you seen that we are here to create? If you're reading any like self-help spiritual books, it's all about moving from the victim to the creator. The feminine energy is creativity. So, especially if you're a woman, but for all genders, if you are saying, I'm not creative, you are literally blocking massive life force energy. And it doesn't mean that you're not creating in each and every moment. It's just a question of with how much awareness are you creating in each and every moment with your words, your thoughts. And right now, the world, what is going on? It is crazy making, right? And it's infuriating. And we are crying for the people around the world that are on the front lines and suffering, and their freedoms are being taken away, and all these things that are really, really, really hard to watch. And what makes it harder is to be sitting there on the other side of the screen, feeling for our sisters and brothers, knowing deeply that there is another way, and then feeling helpless. And if you're on the ground in any of these areas, I would encourage you to take action and get out there. And if you have money to donate, time to donate, all the things. And we can't be everywhere at once. There are so many fires to put out. So what do? We need to connect with the truth that has been echoed for years and years and years. I'm thinking of Martha Beck's video, the sugar pyramid and the blue water. Just search Martha Beck sugar pyramid blue water on YouTube here and you'll find it. What needs to change, what is wanting to change, is our base level consciousness. We have been living in a world that makes decisions and prioritizes based on fear rather than love. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that fear is a lower vibration, and fear is meant to serve. Anger is meant to serve. Frustration is meant to serve. It's meant to inspire change. So when we feel angry, anxious, in fear, all the things, we want to register that. This that I'm seeing makes me angry. So what can I do? In the moment, you can connect to the Tonglen method. The Buddhist Tonglen method is coming to mind. You can close your eyes and imagine yourself there, wherever you were just watching that is making you feel upset. And imagine what you would want for them. Imagine the peace. Imagine people coming together. Imagine mutual respect and understanding. That's one thing you can do. You can also make sure that within your own spirit, your own mind, your own heart, you do not have warring factions, that you are not polarized, that you are not beating yourself up, that you are loving yourself unconditionally, that you are looking for what's possible rather than collapsing into hopelessness and depression. This is all very, very real. And I offer this conversation with so much humility. I have been very aware since 1996 that I am teaching painting not to produce pretty pictures. I am teaching painting to connect you to the aspect of you, the frequency, the perspective that will help you and me and us meet these transitional, transformational times with optimism and with potent power. Because that which we create from love and possibility is so much stronger. And how do we really truly align ourselves with that unconditionally loving inner voice? The part of us that leans into the mystery, that can handle the unknown, that can stay anchored in truth amidst the chaos, and understand that it is now the most important time to focus on what we want. What would you choose for the world right now? How can you focus on that, expand upon that, be that? Just a year ago, I launched my signature program, the online painting course that encapsulates the tippy top best parts of the painting practice I offer. How painting at the canvas can inspire and empower the art that is your life. How the canvas can serve as a mirror so you can understand where you are, where your mindset is. I mean, I am a highly optimistic person. And when I go to the canvas, I still have that inner critic, and there's still the little voice that wants to beat me up and tell me I'm not good at it. And, well, people pay you to teach them how to paint. And now I just chuckle. But it used to send me on emotional roller coasters. My painting practice literally, neurologically, brings you present. Creative activity brings you into the present moment. In the present moment, you are connected not to the past and the history of how things have been up until now, and not worry or fear about the future. This is where you are open to your highest guidance. And being present can be tricky these days. Like every time I sit down to meditate and close my eyes, I have to bushwhack through things I need to text or take out of the freezer or ideas that come. I have to sit a long time. I mean, kind of a long time. It depends where I'm sitting and what time of day and all that to get to that present moment. Or I go to the canvas, I go to my art journal. When you paint in this sacred painting practice that I offer, it's intended to disrupt that fear-based, product-oriented, achieve, produce by being playful and fun. This is the good news. And then as you paint, one brushstroke at a time, literally your perspective rises. You rise out of the muck because you're no longer looking at the chaos in the streets. You're looking at color. You're connecting to how you are creating your reality in each and every moment. The colors, the shapes, the overlapping colors capture your attention and bring you present. You're moving with your arms, not just thinking or speaking with your head. That brings you into your heart. And from that perspective, there's still chaos going on in the streets, but you can see it from a higher perspective. You can understand symbolically why this is happening. And if it's happening in any little bit within you, it will show up at the canvas. You can practice loving yourself no matter what as you paint. You can practice staying present as you paint. You can practice focusing on the infinite potential that is right in front of you, that is right in front of us as you paint. And what happens is you create new neural pathways because you come up to the canvas, oh, this sucks. it looks like a mess. And with the guidance in my course, Rise Above, a Transformational Painting Challenge, you are guided into ways to make different choices. Just as you choose red from blue to yellow, you learn to choose words and thoughts, and you understand how creative words and thoughts and the paintbrush is. There is no end to what you could create at the blank canvas. Just like there's no end to what we can create here on planet Earth. And as long as we're focusing on everything that's wrong, that's where our attention and energy is going. And it's just like going to the doctor. You know, if you break your wrist, like I did a couple years ago, get yourself to the doctor. But if you're wanting to be stronger and healthier, you're going to want to do preventative things, right? So it's the same with our mind and our hearts. Because heaven forbid, the chaos in the streets comes to your area. Let's be prepared. Let's help in ways that make it available to all of us by being the change, imagining and visualizing into a reality where we respect each other's differences. We understand everyone has their own opinions, and where we learn how to do that ourselves, with ourselves first, our family, our community, right? This is how it's going to happen. Each one of us, like growing our sphere of love and acceptance and understanding, compassion, courage, and alignment. That's all from my book, 30 Days to Unstoppable. You want to get that too. And then, as each sphere grows, they start overlapping. And that will become the predominant frequency. The creative frequency only knows possibility, abundance, beauty, transformation, change. And a part of all that is destruction and chaos. And I was having a really hard time remembering this word earlier today too. The decomposition, the fungus, they decompose, right? There is light and dark in nature. Light and dark is a part of our reality. Light and dark. Don't let the dark take over your light. Come to the canvas to reconnect to what lights you up, and then take that inspired action and create the change you want to see in the world. So I want to invite you to join me for Rise Above, a Transformational Painting Challenge. This is not about painting a pretty picture. It's about taking back your creative frequency. There's so much more to say, but I'm going to stop here. Comment below if you have any questions. Go to whitneyfreya.com, join my newsletter, email me, contact me from my website if you have any questions. You want to join our artivists, our community of rainbow warriors that has been preparing for exactly these times. Let your light shine. Don't let that external world dim your light. Don't let them have more power over your internal landscape than you do. You go to the canvas to take back your creative sovereignty. Yes, it's really about that. Okay, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of this conversation. I truly, truly appreciate you.